It's Friday, August 15th. I've been very bad at doing this lately, but I'm still doing it. Mostly just for me to document my life and remember what was happening. It's Friday morning, about to start the workday at my laptop. I swear I have other shirts, but I just really like this one. I'm gonna try to do just like all weekend documentation. I just want to like bring you through a regular weekend. So it's Friday morning, I gotta work. Simon took a mental health day and he's off biking, but he'll be back by the end of the workday. And I need to do a lot of reading today when I have my breaks and stuff. I have a couple chores I want to get done throughout the day as well, just like the quick stuff you can do in between actually working. Yeah, and then tonight is kind of a packed evening. Our friend Cotter has his birthday party, but I also have a cousins get together, and we haven't all four gotten together since like March or something. So I'm really excited to see all of them in the same place. I've seen them all throughout the summer, just not the four of us together. So it'll be a fun day. I'm excited. Goals for the weekend. I hesitate to even say it out loud. Say it. I have this ongoing dilemma where I am a member at a pottery studio. I haven't been to said pottery studio since I think April. I just like had anger the past couple times I went there. Like I was busy, there were students everywhere, which I like hate getting mad at because I was a student too, but like it just feels overcrowded. Like it might be an issue on the studio itself kind of situation where it's just like there's not enough room for everybody. But I have 24-hour access, so I should really just prioritize getting there, not when students are not there. I've been telling myself I'm going to cancel it forever, but I just got word that there might be moving soon, and that space is really special. It's like really close by, but it's also just so lovely, and I really, really enjoy spending time there. So I'm going to try to force myself to go this weekend. I haven't had any motivation or inspiration to go in quite a while, and I didn't want to like push it, there's no reason to. So except for I'm worried all my clay is dried out, so I have a little bit of clay here that I should work on. I should look at today and hydrate and see if I can get it into a usable format by this weekend. That'll be a challenge too. I might just get there and see all my clay is unusable and then leave. Oops, don't do that. So that's my like main goal for the weekend. We have no plans on Saturday. We have no plans on Sunday, except I think Simon's baseball game. So happy Friday, happy weekend. Let's do it. So close. Less than 100 pages left. Hi, sweet boy. And I was like, whose dragon is this? And then I immediately read it, obviously. And she's like, it's Jack Barlow's. And I was like, fucking Jack Barlow. And she goes, 100%.
Ready? That.
Ah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. It is 8:23 on Sunday p.m. I haven't made it to the pottery studio yet, like I said I would. So we're going. We're going. So we're gonna go. I have no idea what I'm gonna make. Do I remember my code to get in the building? Yeah, I do. I have it written down somewhere. Yeah, let's go to the studio. A little Sunday evening session. This is usable. Tupperware for the win. Jethro. I can't believe this is good. Look at this. I mean, yeah. Maybe I should throw. Monday. It's lunchtime. I thought I'd just like wrap up the weekend. So on Friday after work, Simon walked the dogs and stuff, and then I had like a pretty busy social day, but I didn't record anything. So we went to our friends Kendra and Cotter's. It was Cotter's birthday this week, and they were having like a yard hang for his birthday, so we went to that. Simon and I went separately because he stayed, and then I went to hang out with my cousins. So there's 4 of us total cousins out of like the 30 plus cousins I have on that side of my family that get together pretty regularly. On Friday, we went over to my cousin Danny's house. She worked really hard all summer on her garden, and we just hung out in her garden, and it was gorgeous. And she made a bunch of yummy food and stuff. So like, yeah, we just hung out in the yard and gabbed, which was really fun. So that was really lovely. Got home kind of late. I stayed up kind of late doing nothing, which was I did that a lot this weekend, and I need to stop. I was up to like 1:30 or something, just like dicking around. I need to stop that. But then you saw all my Saturday stuff. Lovely day. Just chill. What did I do? Ew, I have to reference my diary. Oh, I did the big clean. Tore apart the living room. It started because I'm a trash human. I knew there was a pop can under the couch, like an empty pop can. I lean my pop cans on the arm of the couch to the wall sometimes, and this one was empty and it fell through, and I just left it. But I was sitting there reading Saturday morning, and it must have been under me, and something was happening where every now and then it moved and it rattled, and it was driving me insane. So I put down my book, and I literally, it started as just like, let me get all this shit that's fallen under the couch out. And I was like, had a broom, and I was like getting it out. And it ended with me taking apart the couch and vacuuming all the dog hair and crumbs out from under the couch cushions, like pulling and vacuuming under the couch, getting all that crap out. I taped our rug down. Our rug moves constantly, and like I finally this year was like, wow, there must be a solution for this. There is. It's carpet tape. Great. Our actual floors is just like a crappy laminate that is the entire first floor of the house. I do not care about these floors, so I do not care about putting a very adhesive tape on them. Yeah, I pulled everything out. My yarn and craft stash is in the corner, and that corner got really dirty because we've had the window open for the cat all summer. That's where our catio is. So it was like so dirty. Lots of dirt just tracked in from the cat. So I just like pulled everything out, sorted my yarn, pulled out yarn to give away / sell. Okay, yeah, so that was busy Saturday morning. Got a lot done, felt very accomplished. And then, let's refer back to the diary. So after that, I kind of just hung around, and then I went to the library. Thank God I hadn't been in a while. Got my volunteering done for that week. Went to the pharmacy to pick up meds. Stupid Liz had 2 different meds at 2 different Walgreenses, so I had to go to 2 Walgreens. Ugh, I hate the pharmacy. Ugh. Picked those up. Got home. Simon was pretty pooped from, he like shoveled dirt on trails all day. So I just like couched it. I read the end of Iron Flame. You saw my reactions. It was a pretty good ending. Fucking Jack Barlow. That's all I gotta say. But that was good. We had our end chat on Sunday morning with all the friends that read this together. My buddy read this again. That was fun. We're starting on Onyx Storm this right away. It ended on like quite a cliffhanger. So, yeah, that was Saturday. Sunday, went to baseball. I napped in the yard. I fell asleep. I went outside to read and I fell asleep. Cool. We took the dogs to Aquinas College campus to find some water for Port to get into. Then my parents stopped over in the evening. My mom wanted to borrow some books. I'm like influencing her to read more now that she's retired. Ooh, I gave her Atmosphere and the Book of Joy, the Dalai Lama and Sir Desmond Tutu conversation book. And I also gave her Wayward. I didn't really love Wayward, so I was like, if you ever feel like in a witchy, fantastical mood, here you go. So many people loved it, but I didn't, so I don't know. I'm the outlier. So that was the weekend. Oh, and then I went to the studio at after 8 p.m. Apparently throwing is just like riding a bike. I haven't sat at a wheel since like April or before. It is mid-August. And I was very happy to see that I still have it. I've never been a great thrower, but I can still do it. I made a couple vessels, hopefully to make into planters. I have a lot of propagating pothos and stuff right now. So that was nice. I got home around 10. Was in bed around 11. Good. Just quick reading. Let's do a quick reading recap. So I finished Iron Flame this past week. I also I was listening to Shark Heart. I grabbed a copy from the library as one of my volunteer payments. I listened to this, and I kind of wish I had read, because a lot of it is like scenes, and it's like different formatting. I think they handled it pretty well in the audiobook, though. They have different readers, so they had at least 3 narrators. This is beautiful. I got a little lost in the middle. I didn't realize we were gonna like explore different people's stories. Like the middle is kind of like the main woman's mom, and I just was kind of surprised and waiting for it to end, but it was like a large chunk. So, but this was really beautiful. It had some moments that I was just like, oh. And by the end, I was a fan again. So I think I gave it 4 stars. This was pretty cool, different, unique, refreshing. Finished that. I also finished Funny Weather, Art and Emergency. This was a Books and Mortar book club. I went to the book club on Wednesday. Lovely conversation. It was like not everybody's favorite book, but some people really loved it. It's like a collection of essays and like things that she wrote throughout her career. She's like a journalist. It just led to lovely conversations about like what art means in times of turmoil, like right now, like why do we need it? Why did the voices of the AIDS epidemic like revert to art and stories? Because we needed it, and it's a way to cope. And so we had some lovely conversations about this. I didn't love it reading it, but I loved it a lot more after I had that conversation. So those are the books I finished last week. I have since started Sunburn by Chloe Michelle Howarth. Set in Ireland, Irish author, a sapphic love story. I'm not very far. I fell asleep when I was trying to read it. But this is like a very summer fun romp, I've heard. Pretty, I like it. I'm liking it so far. The writing is pretty like reflective, reflective. Let's say that one. And it's just like a nice look into like a teen's girl's mind. So I'm gonna enjoy this one. I last week started, the minute I finished Shark Heart, I started a new audiobook. I'm listening to Stoneyard Devotional by Charlotte Wood, I believe. Australian author. I think she's Australian. It's set in Australia. Another kind of quiet, reflective story about a woman who goes back home after her parents died and she's going through a divorce, and she stays at like a convent for a week to kind of like reset. But then she ends up just staying there and living there. She is not a nun, but she kind of acts as one, and it's kind of a nice, quiet story. And then I'm going to start Onyx Storm. I want to get into Sunburn, but I have to start Onyx Storm this week because our first chat is in a couple days for the first 100 pages or so. So that's everything. Wow, do I gab at these points of the story of our videos. Yeah, it was a lovely weekend. It was hot. I sweat a lot, but it was good. So on to another week. I'll see you soon. I think I'm going to combine my July and August reads together into one video for my reading recaps, but what a lovely little weekend. Thanks for being here. I will see you when I see ya.